Let's face it, we're bombarded with information on how to have a healthy head of hair. And more often than not, it's by all these companies trying to sell you something. But having a nice healthy head of hair comes down to 5 simple tips. So let's get into them. 1, to look good on a regular basis, you have to keep up with your trimming routine. And this can look different for every single guy. Some guys go in once a week, some guys go in every 6 weeks. Personally, for myself, I'm about an every 6-week guy. And the reason you do this is to get rid of all those split ends and keep everything looking nice and fresh up there. Because we all know that scraggly guy who's got his hair going in every which direction and he just doesn't look good. It doesn't have to be a weekly thing for you, but just make sure to maintain that upkeep. And if you want to try a new style, go for it. Go online, figure out what your face shape is, then take those to your barber and see what they think. If they're a good barber or hairstylist, they're going to be able to give you recommendations on what they think looks best on you. So print out some pictures and get into your barber. Number 2 is all about your products. I know I said in the beginning of this video that the companies are out there trying to sell you some products, which they should, that's their job. But when you're picking products, pick the top quality ones. We've all heard it said, but it is true. You want them to be paraben and sulfate free. You don't want products that dry out your hair, and you especially don't want products with a ton of chemicals in them. The more minimal, the better. And that's why I'm happy to say that I partnered with BluMaan to sponsor this video. If you guys haven't heard about BluMaan yet, you've definitely been in a cave, because these guys have been around forever. And I truly believe that if there's a product that stays around that guys are still talking about, it's worth checking out. Recently with my hairstyling routine, I've been using 2 products. Starting off with their volumizing cream. This stuff is a great pre-styler. All I do is take about a dime size amount, rub it together in my hands, put it in some damp hair, and then I blow dry. And believe me, you do not want to leave this out of your routine because it's essential in that final look. What I also love about this product is it's got a heat protectant in it, so when you're blow drying your hair, you don't have to worry about it damaging it. I then go in with the Cavalier clay, which is a very, very heavy hold, but it doesn't feel heavy on your head, which is weird. It just gives it that shape and it makes sure that everything stays in place so it doesn't move around throughout the day. So nice light feel, but has that heavy hold. It's definitely been a key in my hairstyles. All you have to do is get about a dime size amount, warm it up between your hands, and then make sure that you get every part of your hair. These 2 products have been a game changer in my styling routine, and you're gonna see how I use them in my hairstyling tutorial at the end of this video. But BluMaan has so many different products and something for every single hair type. And if you head over there right now and use my code Scheller, you're gonna save yourself 10% on any one of your orders. So go check them out for yourself. Number 3 goes right along with product though. You have to be taking care of your hair. This means not overwashing it. I personally wash my hair maybe once, twice every 2 weeks. But Scotty, aren't you putting product in your hair and doesn't it get all oily and gross? And yeah, I put product in my hair every single day, but I also rinse it heavily when I'm in the shower. And I think that's where a lot of guys get this wrong, is they think that we're just getting in the shower and getting out without doing anything with our hair. And that's not the case. I'm getting in and I'm really scrubbing it under the water because water takes out a lot of the product. And to be honest with you, second day of hair always looks better than if it's nice, fresh, and clean. And girls have known about this forever. I guarantee you, your girlfriend, your sister, your mom wash their hair maybe once a week. And it's no wonder why women have such amazing hair. And then after those days that you do shampoo, go in with a finishing oil. Something like an argan oil, a coconut oil, or a jojoba oil, or even just a leave-in conditioner. Just make sure that you replenish that oil that you stripped out. Number 4 starts within. And I mean that's the stuff that you put in your body. Let's face it is true, you are what you eat. So if you're eating a bunch of junk and crap, you're obviously gonna reflect that. And your hair is gonna show that as well. Most of the guys that I know that have really oily, gross, greasy hair have a kind of a crappy diet. There are genetic factors at play, but why not set yourself up for the best bet? Eating lots of fruits and vegetables, nice healthy meats, and making sure you get all of your vitamins and nutrients. Get out in the sun, get some vitamin D. Making sure to get your hair vitamins like your biotin. And I've seen a lot of benefit from using collagen supplements, which I'll link all of my picks below. Last piece follows up right with the last, it's hydration. The majority of people are actually dehydrated. And you really shouldn't just go off the color of your pee, because by the time it gets that yellow, you've already dehydrated yourself a ton. So just making sure to get enough water throughout the day. I personally like to front load my water, which means I get up in the morning and I drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water before I leave the house. That just sets me up for a great day. And throughout the rest of the day, I try to get at least 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons in. And in that water, I always put electrolytes to make sure that I'm actually getting hydrated. I'm not just drinking water and peeing it out. And there's a lot of guys that argue that they just don't like to just drink water. There's a lot of things you can do for that. Adding electrolyte mixes, adding some lemon, or at the end of the day, just adding some kind of sugar-free flavor enhancer to it. But if I were you, I would stick with the electrolyte mixes, just because it's gonna be a healthier alternative to one of those squeeze flavorings. Honestly, that's really all it takes to have a nice, healthy head of hair. A lot of it does come down to genetics, but why not set yourself up for the greatest outcome? But with all that being said, I know a lot of you guys wanna know my styling routine, so let's head into the bathroom and get this thing styled. Good morning, guys. Like promised, it is time for the hairstyling tutorial. Just got back from a run, jumped in the shower, got my hair nice and wet, I'm nice and clean, and I'm ready to go. So let's get into the tutorial. So when I'm in the shower, I will rarely wash my hair. But what I'm doing is when I get in the shower is I'm really scrubbing it with water. I'm getting all the product out, at least the majority of it from the day before. And then I go in with a conditioner and I condition every single day. So it's not that we're not washing our hair, we're just not using shampoo. Because shampoo strips all of the natural oils out of your hair, making it look kind of flat and dull, which is not what we're going for. So every single day, yes, rinse out your hair, get in there and really get aggressive with it, but you don't have to use shampoo. But now that the hair is nice, wet, and primed, let's go with our pre-styler. Today I'm using the Ascend volume cream and heat protectant. You don't need a lot of this stuff, just like a dime size amount in your palm. This stuff doesn't just smell amazing, but I love the fact that it just gives nice volume, it's not heavy, and also it has that heat protectant in it, so when I go with my hair dryer, I know that I'm not damaging my hair. I say really take a little bit of time to get the product everywhere. A lot of guys will just throw it in and then they're done. I like to really take my time here and just kind of get it everywhere, making sure that every bit of my hair gets a little bit of this stuff in it. All right, now that we've got our pre-styler in, it's time to go in with our hair dryer. This first pass is really just to kind of get shape and dry the hair out to, I'd say, like 90%. We still want a little bit of moisture in it to work with, but like I said, this is just to give it shape, give it a little bit of that volume, and ultimately get your hair to where you want it when you put your finishing product in. All right, so hair drying is done. As you can see, the volume cream did exactly what it was supposed to do. Gave it a nice amount of volume. There's still a nice amount of play in there. It's not heavy, it's not thick. You can actually go with a little bit less than what I used. I feel like I put a little bit too much in, but it's not gonna hurt it at the end of the day because we want our hair to stay up and feel nice all day long. It doesn't look like there's any product at all in my hair right now, which is great. I love a nice matte finish. Maybe a little bit of shine here and there, but I love how it looks just completely natural. So now we're gonna go in with our finishing product, and a finishing product is exactly what it sounds like. It is to finish off the hairstyle. This is just to give it that hold that's gonna keep it together all day long. And the finishing product I'm going with is the Cavalier clay from BluMaan. Basically, this stuff is a really, really high, heavy hold, natural finish. A good rule of thumb I go by is just measuring it by my fingernail. So as you can see, it just covers up my fingernail. That's all I really need. So with clay, it's gonna be a very, very hard kind of tacky substance at first, but what you wanna do is put it in your palm and rub it together. One of the little tricks that I always use is using my hair dryer to warm it up a little bit in my palm. This stuff's not gonna be that pliable when you first start working with it. If you got super warm hands, you're good, but easiest way to do it, warm up your hand with a hair dryer, rub it together. It's gonna make it super easy to put into your hair, and then once it's in there, it's gonna harden up when it cools. Just like the other products, make sure that it is well broken down and well into your fingertips. You don't want clumps of product all through your hair, and then you're just gonna go in and style it how you want to. I would start with the sides, make sure those are tacked down. And there you go. That's the finished product. Easy as that, nice amount of volume, light shine, and it just looks natural to me. If you have a hair type like mine, it is so easy to achieve this look, I promise you. As long as you have really good products and you take care of your hair, go over, check out BluMaan's products, grab some of the Ascend cream, grab some Cavalier clay to finish everything off for yourself. But they have so many different products for so many different hair types. If you have any questions at all, the team over there is amazing and they're happy to help you out with any of those. But head over there, save yourself some money, use my code Scheller and grab some products for yourself. But thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope some of these tips helped you. If you liked the video, give it a like, give it a comment, share it with your friends. It really helps me out. And if you have any questions for me at all, please leave them in the comments below. And until I see you again, stay confident.